regarding these precautions. Una-una, regarding the suspension of domestic air, land, and sea travel to and from Metro Manila that will be implemented starting midnight of Sunday, March 15 until April 14, we would like to stress that the transport of goods to Metro Manila from the provinces and vice versa will remain subject to guidelines. This means that residents of NCR should not worry about the supplies of produce, foods, and other goods in our markets, groceries, and retailers. Kaya po, ulitin po namin, huwag po tayong mag-hoard ng pagkain at iba pang kagamitan. Di po tayo mauubusan. Tuloy-tuloy po ang supplies natin dito sa Metro Manila. Concerns have been raised also about workers living outside NCR who need to travel to Metro Manila for work and vice versa. To address this, we will submit the issue to the interagency task force discussion so we can arrive at a clear policy and guidelines will be finalized later during our IATF meeting. Regarding international flights, flights from Metro Manila going to and coming from abroad will be allowed, subject to travel restrictions that are currently in place. If you are a Filipino citizen and you are coming from abroad, you will be allowed to come home, subject to strict quarantine guidelines. On the other hand, foreign nationals who want to fly home from Metro Manila to their respective countries will be allowed to do so. However, very strict and stringent travel restrictions will be imposed upon those traveling from countries with localized COVID-19 transmissions. Ulitin ko, Filipino citizens, including their foreign spouse and children, holders of permanent resident visas, and holders of diplomatic visas issued by the Philippine government are welcome to the Philippines. Anyone flying in from abroad via NAIA will remain in Metro Manila until the domestic travel ban is lifted, and again that begins on March 15. If the ultimate destination is in the provinces, we suggest you fly in via Clark, Cebu, and other airports not under quarantine, so you can proceed to your ultimate destination in the provinces. Allow me to reiterate that the suspension of domestic travel will be reviewed on a daily basis and may be lifted earlier if the situation allows it or extended further if the situation requires it. Again, strict quarantine restrictions will be imposed on foreign nationals coming from countries with localized COVID-19 transmissions. Details of this policy for international travelers will also be fleshed out later during our IATF meeting. Pangalawa, with regard to the stringent social distancing measures to be implemented from March 12 to April 12, aside from the suspension of classes during this period, work in the executive department is likewise suspended during the said period in order to reduce opportunities for exposure to the COVID-19. As the President said last night, we hope our counterparts in the legislative and judicial branches of government adopt similar measures. skeletal staffing patterns will be put in place, and telecommuting and telework may also be considered in order to ensure that public services continue uninterrupted while these measures are in place. Again, yung frontline services po ng gobyerno ay tuloy-tuloy pa rin po. For the private sector, we urge employers to adopt the flexi-work arrangements that were outlined in a labor advisory that was issued by the Department of Labor and Employment. The DTI has also recommended that manufacturing, retail, and service establishments as well as banks remain open to the public on the condition that they undertake the various precautions advised by the Department of Health. Mass transport systems like the LRT and PNR train systems, the MRT, will also remain operational with the Department of Transportation tasked to institute measures that will protect the riding public from the COVID-19 virus, such as regular disinfection protocols and social distancing measures. In line with these measures, the government is also strictly prohibiting mass gatherings during this period. These include concerts, large seminars and conventions, sporting events, The DTI has also recommended that manufacturing, retail, and service establishments as well as banks remain open to the public on the condition that they undertake the various precautions advised by the Department of Health. Mass transport systems like the LRT and PNR train systems, the MRT, will also remain operational with the Department of Transportation tasked to institute measures that will protect the riding public from the COVID-19 virus, such as regular disinfection protocols and social distancing measures. In line with these measures, the government is also strictly prohibiting mass gatherings during this period. These include concerts, large seminars and conventions, sporting events, and social gatherings. And we will provide more details about this later, particularly as regards masses and worship services and religious gatherings. Alam namin, malaking adjustment. Malaking adjustment po ito para sa atin dito sa Metro Manila. But we ask everyone to cooperate because the consequences of allowing these gatherings during this crucial time could be more painful in the long run. These are all part of Metro Manila community quarantine efforts that we believe will slow down the spread of the COVID-19 virus. The resolution enumerates the conditions wherein LGUs outside Metro Manila can also enforce the same measures, and we advise LGU chief executives to abide by these guidelines without prejudice to the implementation of other measures that they may deem necessary within the bounds of the law. As the resolution number 11 states, these stringent social distancing measures will be subject to review, and as the President said last night, the IATF will be meeting daily to regularly monitor and assess developments in this campaign to contain the outbreak. We would like to assure the public that the concerned agencies involved in implementing these measures are now working out the issuances necessary to operationalize the directives of the IATF resolution. Right after this briefing, members of the IATF will be meeting to discuss these details so that these can be shared with the public at the soonest possible time. Made by the World Health Organization. If countries detect, test, treat, isolate, trace, and mobilize their people in the response, those with a handful of cases can prevent those cases from becoming clusters and those clusters from becoming community transmissions. This challenge will force us to change our routines and require us to modify our behaviors. Government will not stop us from going about our business, but we have to understand that it cannot be business as usual if we hope to overcome this public health threat. Your government is resolute in its efforts to contain this outbreak, and we thank all the medical and government personnel at the front lines helping us keep COVID-19 at bay. But we in government cannot do it alone. The cooperation of everyone is a crucial component of our campaign to beat this disease. If we remain calm, remain vigilant, and take the necessary precautions, mga kababayan, magtulungan po tayong lahat. Kaya po natin ito. Maraming salamat po.